Hi guys, and welcome back to another DrAce video, and today we're going to be playing MotoGP 22. It is now time for round 11 of our championship. It is time for the circuit of Assen, one of my favourite tracks of all time, but unfortunately the heavens have opened and it is raining. So here we go then guys, in pole position we'll be using power setting 1 for the entire duration of this Grand Prix, just like we've been doing for the rest of the season as well. It's a great start from Pecco Bagnaia on board the factory Ducati. As he went early on the brakes, we're going to try and outbrake him into the hard block, but we're not going to be close enough. Might get the change of direction here into the magic corner, but we're still not able to get on through on the Ducati. So it's a Ducati sandwich for us right now to start this Grand Prix off. Look at Dovizioso into the top 8 as well. Good stuff for the wet weather specialist as we dive up into the inside of Strubben. Typical ace fashion up on the inside into Strubben. We now have the lead, the number 47, the top of the pile once more. It's been a while since we've had a race victory, and I'm hoping here in Assen we can get back into the top step of the podium. A little bit deep as we go to the left hand side. Quick look behind me just so no one jumps into the back of our bike. And we're back to it, so unfortunately losing the lead temporarily to Pecco Bagnaia, Jack Miller and Alex Rins are putting some serious pressure on us as we get a little bit too close to the inside of the apex there. By doing that, you do spin up the rear and you bring on the power on the rumble strip, so we've lost quite a significant amount of time to Pecco now at the front. So into Mandevin for turn 10. Heart rate monitor at this point is still pretty calm at this point really. 100 beats per minute, not too stressed, not too panicked, not yet. So now into turn 12, we'll bring on the power, caught on the rumble strip again. That's never ideal as mentioned earlier, and as you've seen with your own two eyes, things just don't go too well on the wet conditions when you touch the rumble strip, so I'm going to try and avoid them for the rest of this Grand Prix. So now into the change direction for the fantastic corner of the Guillaume Timmer chicane. I kind of abused the track limits there, surprised no penalty or warning was given. I'll take that though. I'll take the no penalty at this stage of the race. But into Harmock, a little bit deep, and we do hold onto the position. Almost replicated a Jonathan Ray and top right moment into the first corner here in Assen. Thankfully Jack Miller did yield and allow us to retake the second place. So change of direction now for Strubben for turn 5. We're going to pull it in tight as we can, then run it a little bit deeper to then gently bring on the power. Not able to stay with Pecco at this stage, and we have seen this from Francesco Bagnaia before, getting to the front, putting in the lap times, disappearing away from the pack. Difficult corner to get into the Russian up. Struggling quite a lot there. That's the second time in 2 laps that we've run it deep into that corner. Don't really struggle there when in the dry situations, but the wet with power setting 1, it is rather challenging. We don't have that additional power for the straights, and already coming out of the corners is going to be slow, but we're just even that more slower than we need to be. And Alicia Spargo has gone down. The Aprilia, who was into the top 5 I think, has now ended his Assen Grand Prix early, as it's a pretty interesting top 8 to the left hand side there. Fabio Di Gianantonio also up there into the top 8 positions. Ducatis, as we know and love, all into the top 8 for now. So breaking firm into the Guillaume Timmer chicane once more. Quick change of direction. Oh, we've completely flummoxed it this time around. I did slow down though, so we will lose advantage to Miller upon this straight, but I did play that fair. We didn't gain too much of an advantage, so I'm quite happy to accept that there was no penalty given this time around. But I've got to be honest with you guys and gals, Pecco looks to be getting away from us. We've seen it in Qatar when he broke free. I'm sure we've seen him again. Mugello, of course, top step on the podium was Pecco Bagnaia. I think there was another circuit as well where he just disappeared to the front and you could not catch him. Could be a theme we need to be keeping an eye out, because 2 seconds already at the third lap in. Pecco's got this one sorted. This is going to be a challenge and a half for the rest of the field. Miller behind us. He's still not giving up the fight for second. 10th of a second is Miller. Never mind about the gap anymore. Miller's gone through. Got to try and fight back into this change of direction. From the left-hander here, do we have the position? A little bit of argy-bargy going into DeBolt, pushing him wide. We have claimed second place once more, but every single time that happens, Pecco Bagnaia just pulls that little bit more away. brilliant job to get back ahead of Miller, but this one, I've got nothing. I don't have anything for Pecco Bagnaia at this stage. The man is just too good on the 120% difficulty for the AI. I have to wonder if Power Setting 3 it would bring me closer. Don't know how much closer it would be, but I do feel we could race with the new MotoGP World Champion. So coming into the change of direction into turn 18 and across the line, it is another improvement, but it is a whole second and a bit more behind Pecco Bagnaia's fastest lap time. That's not where we want to be. Yes, we're using Power Setting 1. It is a lot to ask, and it is a lot to beat, but it makes it more interesting, so I'm happy to stick with the first power setting. But keep an eye on the right-hand side of the screen there. 0.5 of a second, we are trending to be quicker than the previous lap time. Now, the fastest lap time was set a moment ago, and this could put us into not quite the 140s, but we can get close enough to potentially take away some tenths away from Pecco Bagnaia. At this stage, we're not really too concerned about taking time away from Pecco, because I don't think we're going to breach a 3-second advantage, but we, in turn, at the same merit, we must keep Jack Miller at bay. Bringing on the power there was critical as we go into debut with a pretty comfortable advantage to Jack Miller in third. So Alex Rins and Bastianini, Quartararo on the left-hand side of your screen, Dovizioso and Quartararo's teammate Franco Morbidelli into the top 8. 3 Yamahas in the top 8. That is definitely a video game thing. We're not going to see 3 Yamahas, or at least we didn't see in 2022 in the top 8 at any stage of the season. Possibly once or twice, but not often. I can be honest and tell you that. Messing up into the Ramshook there. I was just trying to catch a break there with the acceleration. I geared down and then geared up, and by the time I geared up too strong, there was too much acceleration being forced into the rear, and it just went all loose and slippery and just really didn't look good. Bit of an embarrassing moment as we went into the left-hand side. So now into the Harbach right-hander. Once again, another right-hander for turn 2. The brake on the angle here. Going to be very careful. You can see the graphic in the bottom right-hand corner of your screen, how much brake is being applied for that particular moment. And that right-hander, and even for Struben for the left-hand side, you'll see never reaching 100% brakes. If we get to 100% brakes in wet weather condition, the bike's going over. So just be careful, be wary, and pay attention if you're in the wet conditions here in Assen. So now to the right-hand side for the Weinschlein. Change the direction once more for the left-hand side for the Russian hook. A little bit deep, but much cleaner. Hopefully we can still keep Jack Miller at bay. He's there again. The man on board the GP22 is looming, but he isn't close enough yet to put us into a mistake. We must stay focused and we must stay calm in this latter stages of the Grand Prix. Just 2.5 laps remain here in Assen. It's been quite a arduous one, this one. It's been a tough one. Not many overtakes, not able to chase down Pecco, just under serious pressure from Miller and co. Rins behind, Bastianini, Quartararo, Dovizioso, Morbidelli, they're all there. You can see the graphic in the bottom left hand corner of your screen. They want to get involved, and they want to get involved now. Oh, I thought Miller would be having a lunge. It's definitely going to happen. Ride height device enabled. I don't really want to be using the ride height device in wet conditions. That might have been a small mistake on my part. 1:41.534, identical lap times coming in twice there. Lap 4 and lap 5. Not something you see every day, but I'm quite happy to reach the same lap time twice in succession. So 4.7 seconds is the gap to Pecco. He's pretty much got this one done and dusted, so we're focusing on the left-hand side of the screen. The number 47 versus the number 43. 2 positions on the podium up for grabs. One is occupied by us, and the other currently occupied by the GP22 of the Ducati of Jack Miller. We go into the right-hand side for the Weinschlein. Once again to the left-hand side. Keep it in nice and tight for the Russian hook, and then slowly bring on the power. Still holding firm. Difficult braking opportunity for Steckenval, but we still hold on. There's a crash behind, gesticulation from our rider there, as well as contact was made with the number 43. So far, so good. Still hanging on to the position on this penultimate lap. Of course, things are going to get tighter. The things are going to kick off. You can feel the tension. We've not had tension like this since Sachsenring, of course, which was another fantastic race, but another one where we couldn't quite breach the gap and beat the rider ahead. And of course, that time around it was Joan Mir, who's currently in 8th place. It looks like he's worked his way through the order through this Grand Prix. We're now into the left-hand side for the Ramshock. We will be tackling this corner one more time after this one. Into the Geerttimmer chicane, this magnificent corner here in Assen, the most iconic part of this fantastic circuit, and we are under pressure. Another personal best lap time from us. It's a 1:41.467, 0.6 of a second clear we are from Miller, and this one is going to go down to the wire. Don't discount Alex Rins either. Don't count him out. He must be exactly where Jack Miller is right now. A smidgen behind, waiting for that opportunity to arise. 5.7 seconds is Bagnaia up the road. Forget about the number 63. He's pretty much got the job done and dusted. Someone's gone down into Magic, or it might even be Struben actually. Quartararo-esque, I'm guessing, from going into that particular left-hander. And now into the Russian hook. Miller is right on cue. I felt like it was going to be there because I've been so weak into the left-hand side. Now into Steckenwald. Miller takes over once again, touching his rear tyre. We've lost the second position, but we need to fight back here. This is a great overtaking spot. Not close enough to the Aussie. Change the direction potentially for the right-hander. Position it well. Still not close enough. Miller, excellent on the brakes. Brilliantly done. Stupendous is Jack Miller on the brakes to the right-hand side. The wet weather master, of course. Jack Miller loves the wet conditions. The heart rate's going to go mental as we need to chase down Miller. 120 is our heart rate monitor now to the left-hand side. Oh, we went really early on the brakes there. Slipping and sliding is the Ducati as we now have a lunge into the Geerttimmer chicane if we're close enough. Yes, go on. Oh, gesticulation, otherwise waving. Focus on the race, change the direction, into 17, bring on the power, ride-out device as well, and we do hold on to second place. A fearless battle there for second. So there you go then, guys, your winner on the screen now with Pecco Bagnaia. We did finish in second, but look at the gap there. 0.7 of a second, or actually even less, separate your second place all the way to 9th. We were really the moving roadblock in this particular Grand Prix. So look at the championship standings. We did increase our championship lead, but Pecco Bagnaia, importantly, has got himself back up into third, just 67 points behind us, as Fabio Quartararo still 38 points behind us at this stage of the championship. We now move to the team championship. We have been demoted. Of course, the Ducati 1-3 puts them 21 points clear from us, as we did briefly lead the championship as Prima Pramac Racing are now on third spot. Ducati still leading the way. Yes, of course, we expected it to be. But unfortunately, guys, that is it for me. So thank you very much for watching. I do hope you enjoyed. If you did, let me know in the comment section down below. Consider liking the video, subscribing, and also becoming a member for exclusive emojis and priority comments in the chat. Thanks for watching, and ciao for now. Oh, hi. Didn't quite see you there. Good to see you're still here. If this video didn't quite set your appetite, then why not watch some more DrAce content by clicking the video shown on screen now. Furthermore, if you would like to follow me on social media, you can do so now with the links down in the description. Consider subscribing so you don't miss a single DrAce video.